Mas eu não carrego coisa.
All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies, O harmony, and those who obstacle on my path to liberation and nations, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save our established divinity of answer past, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. O mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who obstacles on my path to liberation and nations, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and safely. Ave established them in the state of answer past, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dala dangwara sepe da nobara sepe ge tarba dang tamje jemba la barde jubara seba tamje je zo sepe mananga da nyambe semje damje dewa dan den dongara dan dar nyorde lana meba yanda bara zobe zanjo rumbo je do bara sa dasandra achieve enlightenment. Perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. Until death, perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the Kandaru Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas, Dakinis, and the Dhamma garden, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise example of Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas invested in enlightenment and progress on the Bodhisattva's path, true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta, and apply myself to accomplish the stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of jhana, rasa, and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have a happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So we skip the 7 lamp prayer, long one, and go to mandala offering. The ground is sprinkling with the scented water, and the strew of the flowers, and adorned with the meadow, the spring mountain, the 4 continents, the sun, the moon, as Buddha fell for it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha first. To the Lama who possesses the 3 kayas, I offer altar, inner and sacred offerings, with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant me supreme realization, enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered to the prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying for the sake of enlightenment, all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. Om Anguru Namandala Punzaman Saman Savarana Samaya Om. I call refuge, O name of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 worlds. You are the victor Vajradhara, widow are dropped, above at the feet of Father Jigni Sungo. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unliberated nature of the mind. Please turn the way of the Dharma of the true vehicles and the combination according to disposition and the likewise mental capacity of sentient beings. Manjushri, his wisdom is burning like the sun, free of clouds of true words, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has a compassion for all beings who are suffering from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara, as a father for only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60 branch of Haramana speech. He wears the wisdom silver to cut settling of suffering and to dispel darkness of confusion. And the Bodhisattva form is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplishing the 10 levels and perfect in the body of knowledge. All knowledges are supplicate you, Manjushri, adorned by the 112 son of Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade. Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Wange Joram, 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 Om. You who are the perfect youthful body, whose flame of wisdom blazes, and dispel darkness of worldly ignorance, are posted before you and praised to Manjushri. Yone Gulin Changwabu, Yixie Zhongme Rabden Bar, Yeden Demo Menserwa, Yangbar Yangla Zanzer Du. So now I'm going to share the Genji Mahamudra. Genji Mahamudra. So if you join the zone, then physically you have to go beginning to end. If you think it's hard to finish the whole thing, then better is just leave right now. Because when we share the Mahamudra teaching, and not you can join the only one part of the sections. So you have to finish the whole thing, the teaching. So within these 2 hours, we're going to finish the whole teaching. And also when you are in the zone, in the physically, and have to listen carefully, and your mind must be in the present. So if you're going to get lost, distractions, doing some other worldly activities, and also play, teaching in the another side, that's also incorrect too. And that's why if you're going to join the teaching, and your mind and must be connected with the teaching, be there together. Have to let go of your worldly activity. If you can't do that, then better is not join the teaching, because Mahamudra teaching is usually we don't share the, people who don't have enthusiasm, and if really one thing is have pay intention 100%. If we don't have time to do that, we don't share the person. So that's why, and I just sharing you what you need. And then yesterday I shared the Jiktin Sumgung's 5-part Mahamudra Song of Realization. So we are in the number 4 is Mahamudra section. So now we leave that there and go to first Genji Mahamudra, then go back to the Song of Realization, Jiktin Sumgung's teaching. So Mahamudra, this you listening hall, Genji Mahamudra, then we go back to Song of Realization, Jiktin Sumgung's Mahamudra. So much easy, that's why we first go to the Mahamudra teaching, the Genji Mahamudra. So Genji Mahamudra, Dongge Doje Jaje Rezan Dong Jinje Mudo Denje Ongjong Ba Zerje Lambo Dabre Jibe Ge Jaje Jarbe Jala Ge Zanze Dorjen Janjen De Lo Naro Dang Marba Malai Chije Gambo Ba Amoy Zheba Jirwan Di Gongbe Gaji Lama Nam Lai Zorwan De Romain Jije Yenje Bodang Ne De Zong Zang Je Gen Je Ngo 然生这个我从东这边早为老们弄了做王的。And now we go to Genji Mahamudra. Instruction by Telopa. So yesterday we talked the teaching, or is a part of the preliminary, section for the Mahamudra. So today we can go directly, sharing the teaching Mahamudra. We don't have to go to the histories. History already shared yesterday. And so this instruction is come from Telopa. So in Sanskrit, Mahamudra, Vipadesam, in the Tibetan language, is called Sajachimpimenga. Sajachimpimenga. And homage to glorious co-emergence. Menga means this one, Menga means pit instructions. So pit instruction is teachers, experience and directly sharing to the students. So that's the called pit instruction. Then here, homage to glorious co-emergence. So the usually, teachings, we homage to Manjushri, Buddha Shakyamuni, and, different gurus, deities. But in this one, homage to glorious co-emergence means homage to our own nature mind. No homage to somewhere outside, homage to our own nature. So that's the always with us. That's why it's called co-emergence, means never separate, always there. Then, even though Mahamudra cannot be explained, so Telopa told Naropa, Mahamudra says you really cannot explain, to put the words to explain, That yesterday I share you, Telopa hit the shoes to Naropa's head. I cannot show you anything. So you have to discover your own. And then Naropa wake up. He recognized his own nature. And that's why here very clearly, Mahamudra cannot explain. Means like, conceptually cannot explain. The Mahamudra is beyond the words, called beyond the expressions, and beyond the thoughts, beyond the conceptual level. That's why if we explain something, then that is a conceptual level, dualistic state. So you have a subject and object, then you can explain. If you don't have a subject and object, you cannot explain. So that's why Mahamudra means it's beyond the concept and the no-duality state. We cannot explain. So why is Naropa? You have accepted the suffering and endured hardships with the devotion to the Guru. So now, see, Telopa really, taking care of the Naropa. In the beginning section yesterday, I share you, Telopa give Naropa 24 times hardship. The 12 is the really strong ones, okay? Naropa nearly dead 12 times. And 12 is a little, mired, not too strong. So the total Telopa give very hardship Naropa 24 times. Because Telopa tested Naropa, he really can, take the Mahamudra in his heart, and he can become, benefit others. So that's why if we wanted to become part of this lineage, we have to put a very hard effort and have to practice, hardship. then, our mostly, our goal is just receive Mahamudra teaching, want to practice, reach, realize. And I think that's where like we don't have to go through like same as Naropa went, same as Marpa Losa and the Malarepa go through hardships. So we cannot do that. And Marpa Losa already told Malarepa, we have to stop that tradition, giving hardship to the students. Because Marpa Losa told him, future, we cannot find the students the same as you. No one can carry that hardship. And the future student cannot find like teacher is the same as me. That means like Marpa Losa is very high realizer. He knows how to make the perfect students. Yeah, so that's why Marpa Losa told Malarepa, stop that, hardship tradition, but still follow, not same as Marpa Losa giving Malarepa, but still a little bit there, have to go hardship, so then you get more benefit actually. You have accepted suffering, so and endure hardship with devotion to Guru. So take this to heart. Then Telopa sharing this, Naropa, he said, take this your heart. You fortunate one. So Telopa told Naropa, you are very fortunate person because he become Buddha, he can benefit so many others. And also, we are also fortunate one too. We have an opportunity to, and study, contemplate, meditate, use this Mahamudra, Genji Mahamudra. This fortunate one means like not only Telopa telling Naropa, who has opportunity to connect to this teaching, that person is a fortunate one. So we think about take birth in samsara is many, many, many lifetimes and endless. If you have a Mahamudra instruction, if you practice in very effectively in this life, put effort to practice, we can end of samsara in this life. So that's why we are fortunate one. And not easy to connect to the Mahamudra teachings. Then Telopa telling Naropa, Alasa means like, so it's like very sad voice. Alasa means, okay. It's look closely at worldly phenomena. So look toward this worldly phenomena. Like a dream and illusions. So all is like same as dream and delusions. They cannot last. Dreams and illusions do not actually exist. So say the delusion and the dream, they cannot stay too long. If dream and the delusion stay really long time, then we cannot say it's a dream. We cannot say it is a delusion, right? So dream and the delusion is a very short term. Same actually, our life is very short term. And we think our life is very long, but actually our life is very short. And then life longer, short is also dependent. It's individual perceptions. Each being has their own perceptions. Maybe, this small bugs, they cannot stay more than 1 week, right? Some life is very short, right? 1 week. Or some has like 1 day only life. Their experience is like same as our whole life. 1 day is very, very long for them. So our life is, we think, very long, but it's comparing to God's realm, our life is only a couple hours. Okay, so that's why our life is not that long. And anyway, if you know this Mahamudra meditation instructions, we really recognize this whole world is same as dream and illusions. No difference. Therefore, renounce them and relinquish worldly activities. So Telopa told Naropa, so we need renunciation to samsara, and we wanted to free from samsara. That's called renunciation means, and relinquish worldly activity. So then, we stop the worldly activity. Stop worldly activity is so no benefit, right? Worldly activities. And there's here the main point is renounce them and relinquish worldly activity. We have to recognize this samsara activity is not truly beneficial and not really meaningful. Actually, it's useless. Another level, useless. Whatever you put effort within in the worldly level, samsara activities, but when we die, think about it, everything's useless become. People put so hard effort in the life, but then when ready to die, then they recognize everything's useless, but that time is already too late. Some people really regret, and when ready to die, so everything is left. We have to left behind, and everything recognize, work very hard in the worldly level, or it's become recognized as useless. Same as like delusion and dreaming. But then someone recognizes it's useless and it's okay, but many people attach to that, doesn't want to leave behind. It's no choice because it's death, it's a natural phenomena. No one free from death. So that's the reason. Then people, when ready to die, they attach to all this our worldly desire object, what we create in the within when we a lifetime. So they don't want to let go. And then that's strong fixation attached to that. Then we cannot liberate ourselves. No liberating is also take birth to then miserable, like suffering again. If you attach to house, can be take birth to bugs inside the house, or the small bird like insect bugs, and can be take birth in, like we have called the rats, right? Rats, or the small tiny animal rats. Yeah, rats can be take birth in the rats. See, like that. This is because due to attachment. And that's why that everything is a delusion, dream, and you can let go. Especially when we die, we have let go. It's good. It's before we die, you just like the in the Western countries, good is like they write down all the wares, right? Wares means like this belong to this person, this belong to all the giveaway. So that's very good to do, Yeah. So then you no longer attach like fixation. So otherwise, like sometimes people die and too much left behind, and so it's big mess, and also the mind cannot liberate. Even someone come to drawing power for you, they cannot liberate because so strong attach and fixations. So that's another way. And anyway, here, having cut through the bonds of attachment and aversion to people and places. Okay, so we have to cut through the bonds of attachment. So attachment holding us, and we have to cut attachment, and also aversion to people and places. So meditate alone in forest and mountain retreats. So then this one is our ordinary people, I mean the like beginner people, not easy. And this instruction is Telopa give it to Naropa. Naropa is a very high level practitioner. So he ready to go like this easily. And the beginner people, you have to know, like when you meditate, haven't cut through the bonds of attachment, aversion to people and place. Like I just told you, when going to listening this teaching, you have to stop all the worldly activities. We have to stop that. When you listen to teaching, you have to stop worldly activity. When you cultivating this teaching, you have to stop all the worldly activity. When you meditate, you have to stop all the worldly activities. Otherwise, the teaching not going to benefit. And if you stop when you're going to listen to teaching, then your mind is present. You really can hear the teaching. You understand. You can connect to the teaching. And when you cultivate this teaching, you can release lots of our suffering and sadness. And you really meditate, stop all the worldly activity during the meditation. You can feel this, bliss connection to the Mahamudra. They meditate alone in forest and mountain retreats. So when you meditate, must be yourself, like everything make correctly, not get distracting, in the wrong. You meditate and the distracting going on there is not good, So that's why when you're going to meditate 1 hour or half hour, doesn't matter, make very good space yourself. Nothing is going to like running in front of you, and the form is you must put in the silent, and you need to commitment yourself. Say, I'm going to meditate 1 hour. Whatever happens, I'm not going to do any reactions. So you have to let go. Remain there in a natural state of no meditation. So then you stay in the, like remain means like be in the natural state. They are natural state. If you be in the natural state, no meditation means you don't need to put any effort. So first, we have to come to here, we have to put effort. We have like going on lots of things, so many things going on, effort. And when we sit down here, you don't need to do anything, right? You have to sit down, let go all the effort. Same when you meditate, we have to let go all these conceptual thoughts, worldly activity, and you have to let go. I am going to meditate. That concept also let go. So then that's called no meditation. When you attain no attainment, you attain Mahamudra. So that is actually summary, kind of like Mahamudra means remain there in a natural state, okay, of no meditation. And when you attain no attainment, you attain Mahamudra. So that word is, if you know the Mahamudra, is very profound. In the natural state, nothing to meditate. Meditation also conceptual level. Okay. And if you, when you attain no attainment, means like nothing to attain there, because you always have there. Just discover that. Find something new. You don't create anything, just what we have, always that we just and found that. That means you don't find any something new. Okay. When you attain no attainment, you attain Mahamudra. So that's called attain Mahamudra. Since involvement in worldly efforts is the meaningless cause of suffering. So since means like actually I'm beginning last time until now. Involvement in worldly efforts is the meaningless causes of suffering. Everything is causes of suffering. So of course, like since means like many lifetimes, we work so hard, show me something. We cannot show anything. It's meaningless. And actually, when we was born until now, we work so hard doing things, worldly activity, but nothing is show actually, it's meaningless, called meaningless, cause of suffering. Then goes is also causes of suffering. And it's without any essence. look at the essence of autonomic meaning. The worldly activity, no any essence true beneficial there. So that's why Telopa told Naropa, look at essence of the autonomic meaning is we have to find our own true meaning within ourselves. So that is the true essence. Then the intellect cannot see the true of what is beyond the mind. Intellectually, not possible to know Mahamudra. Do you understand, right? Intellectual means your conceptual level. And you try to finding something, like same as scientists doing, researching. You researching, you cannot find, because Mahamudra is beyond in that, what is beyond the mind. Cannot see, intellectual cannot see the truth of what is beyond the mind. And that's the reason here that if you wanted to realize the Mahamudra, even you study philosophies, in the Buddhist philosophy we talk about, and it takes 10, 15 years course. Everything is intellectual and debating, investigating, same as scientists, but actually cannot find the true mind, because intellectual level cannot find. Is the Mahamudra is no object of the intellectual. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So that's the reason intellectual cannot find it. You will not find the true. You will not find the true beyond action by means of a deliberate action. So, and this is very beautiful. You will not find you will not find the truth Mahamudra is beyond the action by means of deliberate actions. So deliberate action is like you put effort, right? Sure. See, you try to find something you cannot find. So that's why many meditators is they're like too tight. I mean, like they think I'm going to find something, and they put so much effort, then it's also incorrect. You cannot find anything in that state. So if you put effort, you cannot reach to Mahamudra, because the Mahamudra is beyond the effort, conceptual level, right? So then to know what is beyond both mind and effort. So Mahamudra says we have to recognize knowing what is beyond both mind and effort, beyond the conceptual mind, beyond the effort, doing actions, and intellectual investigation, you cannot reach to the Mahamudra. That's the reason, cut through the root of your mind and rest in naked awareness. So when you meditate, if you have these words memorized, really helpful. You think, just mentally think, cut through the root of your mind. So cut through is all the thoughts, afflictive emotions, cut through, and all the conceptuals cut through. Then mind is rest in naked awareness, means naked, means no thoughts, no conceptual. So then it's called mind is naked. Okay, mind is have an object. Then mind is not naked. Naked means no objects and no subjects, two separations. And just be with the awareness within my nature states. then you don't have any thoughts, so that your mind is naked awareness. Naked awareness, you have this memorized when you meditate, naked awareness. You apply these words, really helpful, you can go more subtle level your mind. So meditation, like take time, go into very subtle states, nature, no dualistic states. First, we have very strong dualistic concepts, very strong, heavy, huge. Then this takes, time to come to more subtle, and then subtle level mind states. It's your wing, your breath, your wing, your mind is always, you feel inseparable. So you don't really see mind is something somewhere else going on. Your breath, your mind is inseparable goes. Then that means that your mind comes very subtle level states. Okay. And when we meditate, so much thoughts going on from this brain level. It's all the thoughts projecting by in the brain state here. And you meditate, stop that part. Brain is going to stop. And then stop, and like you feel in the heart center. So then your mind is like you feelings become very peaceful. This one is not walking like actively. Okay. So your heart center states is become very peaceful. Is your fear mind is in the heart center. And some inseparable with the breath. So that's the time then your mind goes more in the subtle level state. And then that, you can say mind rest in the naked awareness. So awareness is like your mind is be in that state, no like losing the conscious. People lose conscious, no awareness, right? Not like that. You fall asleep, sometimes we don't recognize anything. Not like that. So awareness means when you meditate, your mind is going into nature states, then you present, clear, and knowing everything clearly, but no fixation to anything. So you feel everything is emptiness, means like your mind is no longer attached to anything, no longer fixation anything, not chasing any object. It's no thoughts arising. So you feel that present, clear awareness. That's called Mahamudra, nature's nature. And so we have to meditate until you get in that experience. Otherwise, in that state, then you don't have to put any effort. You just be in that state. It's called nature, resting. In that state, nothing to do, meditate, nothing to achievement. You already just we knowing what we have, recognize. Allow the water, my deed, by thought, to settle naturally, without affirming or negating what arises. Leave it as it is. So I have to go to also a little bit in this Tibetan root text and make sure it's not going to say mistake things. Okay. So but it's extremely beautiful when you go to Tibetan words. So it's just each word has so strong, powerful. Allow the water, my deed by thought, to settle naturality. We have so much thoughts. It's the same as like water is dirty, right? So much dusty water. Same, our mind has so much thoughts going on. And afflictive emotions all the time rising in the mind. So that's why when you meditate, it's like water is not shaking. Water is naturally, comes clear, and all the dust is dissolving. If I have put dusty inside lots and I shaking all the time, then dusty, the water you really cannot see. This whole water is become dusty and dirty, right? All the time shaking. Same, our minds all the time conceptual, dualistic. We not seeing our mind nature. It's really funny. Our mind is always there, but we not seeing. Do you understand? We are crazy, actually. We deluded is so strong. The mind nature is all the time there, but we never seeing our own mind nature. Actually, we not seeing ourselves, who we are. We don't see. And the water is all the time like this shaking, and put lots of dust inside there, then you really cannot see the water is clear. Actually, water is clean, then water is transparency and clear, So we know like when water is clean, you can see top to bottom everything clearly. So this river is very clear. We see the like rocks inside everything, right? See, that's called water is clear. And water is like when they have lots of muddy, dirty comes, and then you cannot see anything inside there. So in this water, we cannot see anything inside there, down there. See, so our minds are like that. And meditators' minds must be in this river, it's more clean and seeing, clearly. So that's why here we need a subtle natural, means like let go all this conceptual first. If we don't let go conceptual, we cannot see our mind nature. Without affirming or negating what arises. So then so see, that's why there is now a Gadar Mazaran social. So this is very beautiful. See, when there is, I see, without affirming or negating what arises. So the whatever risings, you don't need to try to stop that. Okay? Mm-hmm. We call no accepting, no rejections. Just if thoughts arise, let arise. And this is Mahamudra, different than shamatha meditation. Shamatha, like basic meditation, you have to stop the thoughts. Stop, avoid. But in this case, you cannot stop the thoughts, afflictive emotions. Like when thoughts, afflictive emotions rise, just recognize. No fighting for the, thoughts, afflictive emotions. Let arise thoughts, afflictive emotions. You use awareness, recognize, and then, we don't need to, accepting too. If you accepting afflictive emotion thoughts, then same is like samsaric beings, because of samsaric beings all the time accepting thoughts, afflictive emotions. Do you understand? So we already accepted it like many eons, all the thoughts, afflictive emotions. That's why thoughts, afflictive emotions control us. And then these basic meditators all the time stop the thoughts, afflictive emotions. They cannot reach to, Mahamudra state, because you stop the, causes of wisdom. Mm-hmm. If you're going to make big fire, you stop the firewood, then fire cannot become grow, strong. It's going to die. So that's the reason. And in the Mahamudra meditators, thoughts, afflictive emotion, whatever arise, let arise, no stop. But no chasing. And knowing and liberate, called recognize. So that's the reason here. Without affirming and negating what arises, leave it as it is. Just leave it is. So you live, it's release itself. Anger arises. Is you are meditating, you recognize anger is arise. Your mind be in the natural state. Anger is a release itself. You don't need to apply solution. First, you don't stop anger. Second, you don't need to use something solution for anger, attachment. So our job is just recognize, be in the mind natural state. The anger die itself, or release itself. Anger liberate itself. So if anger liberate itself, then called mirror like wisdom. Seeing clearly is release itself is called wisdom. If you stop anger, we stop causes of wisdom. If you stop attachment, you stop causes of wisdom too. That's why if you five afflictive emotions arising, and in this Mahamudra meditators recognize which emotions arising, just recognize. And then, release itself is called create wisdom. If you stop, then we stop the wisdom. So that's why here is leave it as it is. When there is no acceptance or rejections, we don't accepting thoughts, afflictive emotions, conceptual level, anything, we don't accepting. No rejecting, no try to stop anything. So, in the beginner meditators, when mind is still, then we think I'm good meditating, we're happy. And mind is moving, we think I'm not good meditator, I can't, we feel bad ourselves. So that is there also big mistakes. And your mind is be in the natural state. Mind is moving, mind is resting, it doesn't matter. Just have to recognize. Our job is in the with awareness, mind, love to mind nature, be in that state, and then is mind is moving, it's called you just recognize, and the mind is exercise. And the mind is resting, let resting. Mind is moving, let moving, and just recognize. And if mind is moving time, if you feel bad and stop there, then you cannot become good practitioner. So call the mind exercise. It's arising arising, appearances, arising thoughts, afflictive emotions. It's mind dynamic, energy rising. So it's not separate the mind actually. And you just recognize and dissolve into the mind. See, think about the ocean, create waves. You don't need rejecting waves. You don't need accepting, just rising and go back to ocean again. Rising from ocean, go back to ocean. This is called ocean's dynamic or like exercise. So my exercise is like rising the thoughts, afflictive emotion, rising all the appearances. And then that time, we just recognize everything is inseparable with the mind nature. And then always dissolve into the mind nature. So that is your exercise, your mind. You get good training in that state. And always your mind is try to stay in the peaceful state, exercise. Do you understand? So good. Of course, beginner people, no arising so much thoughts, concept level is better, but it's good meditator, more thoughts arising, more afflictive emotions arising, is more beneficial for them. So think about the surfing people, need more waves, then they can exercise, enjoy. So if without the waves, they cannot practice surfing. See, ocean is too calm, and then like boring again. Do you understand? So good practitioner need lots of different kind of, sufferings and thoughts, afflictive emotions, obstacles. They need that, and they use that everything for taking the path. It's do you understand, right? This we have to do in the meditation, like dissolving and like exercise. It's very beautiful. It's actually you can go long as you in the natural mind repast states, Mahamudra. So this Telopa and the Naropa, these are guys actually the best like spirit joy person in the world. Spirit like joy, always happy, right? And they don't rely on anything, external things. Everything is just rising from themselves naturally. I think it's amazing, like happening another level. So then this one also you have to keep in your mind when there is no acceptance or rejection. Appearance are liberated into Mahamudra. Appearance is liberated into Mahamudra means, ocean create a wave, right? And dissolve into the ocean. So same, mind, nature create all these appearances and dissolve into the mind nature. Cut the root of living tree, and it's hundreds of thousands of branches and live whether the cut the root of tree, then all the branches die. So if we don't practice our mind, if other whatever we don't practice still, kept going samsara again. That's why the point is we practice is in our mind, and we're doing some like auto level, whatever we're doing, it's there's lots of benefit, but not going to take to the Mahamudra or enlightened state. So everything is working it's just temporary solutions, and the permanent solution is only Mahamudra. Other activity, everything is a temporary solutions. So we, of course, love, compassion is a very important practice. Without that, also you cannot into Mahamudra states. But love, compassion only cannot take to the enlightened. So that's why, we need Mahamudra meditation practice. Then true love, compassion is rising from in that state. Mahamudra meditation. So if we don't see that all this samsara is delusion, we cannot have true like unconditional love. Unconditional love, compassion is arising from the meditated Mahamudra. And when you meditate Mahamudra, you're seeing everything is delusions, same as dreamings. Then arise love, compassion for every single beings. So otherwise, like our love, compassion is always bias. And we have love, compassion, like our own dogs, puppies, and the family, and our country attachment to that, but cannot go all the way to like sentient beings. The likewise, by cutting the root of the mind, the foliage of samsara will dry up. See all the cut in the root of the mind, then foliage of samsara where samsara is going, finish there. The darkness of 1,000 eons is dispelled by light of a single lamp. Likewise, the luminous clarity of mind instantly dispel negativities and obscuration and mass over eons. So Mahamudra is absolute true confession. confession, purification. And relative level, we practice lots of confessions, but they're also still limited. And absolute true confession is Mahamudra. See, Mahamudra is the same as you see, her darkness of 1,000 eons is dispelled by light of a single lamp. You think about if a very dark house inside that, rooms or dark house, never see that inside anything before eons. So you use one lamp inside there, is eons even dark, so you can clear up everything moment there. So same, like our mind is deluded and beginningless time until now, but long as you have realized or knowing Mahamudra, all this delusion, like beginningless time until no delusion is despaired moment there. So see, light of a single lamp. Likewise, the luminous clarity of mind, luminous clarity, mind nature, you knowing, instantly dispel negativities, like hundreds, thousands of negativity here, and also obscuration and mass over eons can purify. If you are of lesser ability and cannot abide in this state, so this lesser ability means like beginner, and you cannot be in the Mahamudra nature state, then you should hold the key point of the wings and exert yourself in stabilizing awareness. So the beginners, when we meditate, we just cannot really go into nature states directly there. That's why we need focus with the object, focus with the breath, and focus with the body, and all this basic meditation we have to create first. And then, you can go more deeper level, but directly cannot go into deeper level. So it's lesser ability means, this Mahamudra teaching, some people has previous love connections. You hear this Mahamudra is very joy, strong connections. Many people rising that. So that means that person has previous lifetime connections, the Mahamudra teaching practice. So lesser means like beginners, like really beginner. Maybe, some never have a previous lifetime connections. So this lesser meaning has many meanings there. We cannot say like, I am, no lesser because I have lost these teachings, practice. Maybe I don't have a connection previous lifetime. If someone today come first day, that person could be no lesser. That person has already connected with previous lifetimes. And someone already like years Mahamudra, but they don't have maybe connection previous lifetime. So that's why always like unpredictable. We don't know who has very strong connection, and this teaching practice, and who get right moment there, like light up, knowing the Mahamudra. We don't know who going to happen that. So that's why lesser ability cannot abide in the state means like the beginner hard to be in that state. You should hold the key point of the wings, means like mind resting with the breath, and exert yourself in stabilizing awareness, like make ourselves is become mindful awareness through whereas gets, like you focus with the object, different kind of object, and the methods of focusing the mind, perceive until you abide in awareness, until you can, hold your awareness nature. So we have to practice this. And then this sharing right now here is if you're going to meditate 1 hour, Example, 1 hour, you have to go this first steps like at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Then you can go into, Mahamudra states. This one has a different ideas, like something, okay, I have to couple years focus with the breath, then couple years focus with, object, something. That's also another level is okay, but in this level, better is not think that way. Better is good way is one session meditation. First, don't think about I'm going to log to my mind nature. First, focus with something, object. You sit down, you cannot get into the natural rebirth state. Focus with the breath or focus with the object first. And the gross level mind have to settle down. Then you can log to your mind, means you apply mind, like it's the Mahamudra is called mind seeing mind. It's no, actually, it's incorrect way, way worldly level thinking. Do you understand? It's conceptual level is incorrect because mind seeing mind is incorrect, conceptual level. But when you meditate and then you look into your mind and the brain level, all these thoughts, everything's dissolving, you recognize, you seeing that. And then you look to yourself, means like you look into your own mind, and then mind is become naturally calm, settled down. Then you can, feels like peacefully abiding with awareness. And after that, we have to practice this, the different method. Different method is like individually can use different method. So let go thoughts, let go afflictive emotions, let go all these worldly activities, cut through everything, Yeah. Mm. Then focusing the mind, perceive until you abide in awareness. When you look into the middle of the sky, so now is we're going to introduce your natural mind. We have to think about when you look into middle of the sky, fixed concepts of center and boundary will cease. Okay, so then so look to the space, the sky, we cannot find the middle of the sky fixed concepts of a center and the boundary will cease. You cannot like pointing to, okay, this is edge, this is a center in the space. Yeah. If you look to your mind, likewise, you see, when mind looks into mind, thoughts cease, thoughts are dissolved. And you see the nature of mind. When thoughts goes away and all the delusion conceptual goes away, we seeing the mind. So then that time you cannot pointing to like any physical things there because you look to the space. The space didn't have center, edge, right? Like this, boundaries. Same thing, you look to your mind, all the thoughts, afflictive emotions dissolve, and then you see the nature of mind. We can see the nature of mind. So you look to the space, you cannot find anything. Same thing, when you look to your mind, no thoughts, no afflictive emotions, no create any subject object. then that is called mind nature. If you see something, then you're not seeing. Okay. If you see something in the sky center, or it's here says boundaries. If you see something in the sky, then you don't really see the sky space. Space is emptiness. So you look to your mind nature, you don't see anything physically. This mind is emptiness. Nature mind is that example is mind is emptiness. Okay, same as space. When mist and the clouds dissolve into the sky, so the clouds or everything dissolve into the sky, they neither go nor remain anywhere. So where this clouds is come from, where they goes away, you cannot find it. Neither go nor remain anywhere. Likewise, the waves of thoughts arising in the mind subside when mind sees itself. The mind creates all these thoughts, afflictive emotions arising from the mind. But you really see your mind nature, these thoughts, afflictive emotions dissolve into the mind nature. So then, you don't know where this comes from, where they go back. It's just dissolve into the mind nature. The space create lots, clouds, dust is in the sky, but it's disappear itself. So thought, the ocean create waves, but it's dissolved to itself. Same, mind create, but it's dissolved into mind. Likewise, the waves of thoughts arising in the mind subside when mind sees itself. So it's mind seeing itself, then dissolve to itself. If we don't see the mind nature not dissolving, then we're chasing the thoughts, afflictive emotions. So 남도 zonga semjirani semtong balat benan nangka kado yin. Okay. So then next is page 19, right? As space transcending color and form, it is changeless and not tainted black or white. So that's the example, space. And then it's true, so true, your own mind is beyond color and form, unstained by the lights and the dark phenomena of good and evil. See, in the nature mind, we don't have good or bad. It's beyond them both. And even we create laws, positive practice, dharma, called, virtuous deeds. They're not affected to the nature. In the space, you cannot paint white. So practice virtuous deeds, not change the nature, better something. And if you create so much negative karma, but nature is not going to decreasing, define, because black cannot paint in the sky. So that means the karma not affected to the nature states, nature. Do you understand? And you think about the sun, is the space like thunderstorm, dark clouds not affected to the sun. And also the right now good weather like calm, but they also not affected to the sun. Sun is the same, remains same. So our mind is always stay same nature, same thing, remain the same. Remain the same way. So that main point is enlightened beings nature And our nature is same nature still, no difference. So if the goal, like if you have a goal, one goal is you put in your home and take care very beautiful way. But one goal is like you don't know, is went into under your garbage, ground somewhere. But this both goal is always the same shining. No difference. It's both a goal. Do you understand? I don't think so. You understand?
I don't.
The gold is like the yellow color, right? Very expensive one. The gold.
Gold.
Yeah, gold. Yes. What do you hear then?
Gore. Gold. Gold. Yeah, what is gold? I'm thinking about gold.
I have to drink. I have to drink water, so otherwise they don't understand my English.
Gold. It's gold. It's a bleach in the end.
Okay, gold is like Buddha Shakyamuni is like pearl. This color is gold. Gold, yeah. So if you have, like example, this two statues, if you have, one statue is in the front room, beautiful, you create like offerings. One statue is went into under the ground somewhere, you don't know. But when you discover the other statue, it's the same, become same valued, no difference. The same, our nature is diluted. Same is like this statue is went into the inside the like okay, in underground and muddies and dusties and so garbage, many like like not good things with be that 1,000 years. One statue is stay in the shining in the room, offering all the time. So the both are same statue, right? Same statue, we say same statue. And the same, like Buddha means same is like in the temple shining statue. Our statue is under the, the dust is under the ground. So one day you discovered it's no difference, the same statue. Like you went to that statue, it's under the ground 100 years, 1,000 years, it's still same. Never lost the affected qualities. So that's the, you have to understand. No, you got?
Okay.
Okay, so the nature, our nature mind, the negative afflictive emotions cannot affect it. Only temporarily discovered. Sorry, discover means incorrect, but is blocked or you cannot see. So this clouds cannot see the sun, same. Then as the brilliant, clear essence of the sun is not obscured by darkness of 1,000 eons. So true, so that's the example. Luminous essence of mind cannot be dimmed by eons in samsara. So eons of samsara and afflictive emotions, sufferings, not cannot decreasing our nature. This nature is always remain same, stay same. Okay, so the water is become frozen ice, so can be stay like 100 years, can be stay 1,000 years, right? Yeah. So then the ice is merged into the water. It's still water.
Yeah.
So same, the ice cannot become rock.
Cannot become?
The rocks. Rock. Yeah.
Yeah, it's water.
It's still water, yeah. So same, like we can be diluted in samsara eons, but still we can go back to our own nature. So that's this example. samsara. Though you may say that space is empty, space itself cannot be expressed in this way. Likewise, though you may say that the nature of mind is luminous, there's no basis for labeling it through any such expression. Okay, so that's very easy, you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. We really cannot talk, like mind is empty, also incorrect, because the words empty also incorrect.
Yeah.
But we don't have any other words to explain.
Yeah.
Luminosity, that's also just you get some levels, but still incorrect. And it's best for liberating it through any such expression. In space, what depends on what? Likewise, your own mind, Mahamudra, has no supporting ground. When you relax in on unaltered, right? Unaltered natural state, the bonds are released, and you are undroppably free. Do you like that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Nangka lambela jude mi te gina sa usa jude jude. Kena nangka kangi kanga te gina sem salkin tenyor mi. Machi nyung mga de lu le sho. Jingba lu jo towar te som. So, okay, that's a very important section. So see it's a page 20 here. In space, what depending on what? Likewise, your own mind, Mahamudra, has no supporting ground. It's supporting ground is then you have something physical object. So Mahamudra is like space. They don't have like support ground anything.
Yeah.
The only space can example only one level the natural mind. The only one aspect, because the space we call emptiness, right? So Mahamudra, the true nature is emptiness, the same as space. But then true nature mind is not exactly all the time space. My nature is awareness, wisdom, and all the enlightening qualities with together. Space don't have that. So this is only one aspect, example, part of the mind nature emptiness. Mahamudra has no supporting ground. When you relax in on unaltered nature state, so just be in the relax ourselves, go into nature states, our own nature states. The bonds are released. The bonds, like we have a conceptual and thoughts or suffering, like or exciting joy, everything is naturally released in that state. It's the main point is that the bonds are released. You practice meditate Mahamudra, you go like really deep level in meditation. So mind become freedom. No any fixation to anything. So then that's the bonds are released, means like bonds are released. If mind is a fixation to anything, then mind is bonds, no release. So that's why, when we meditate, your mind becomes same as space and free from all the concepts, and then no any bonds. They are released, and you are undroppably free. Then true freedom we get, because no any boundaries there. Thus, the nature of mind is like space. In that level, you can say our mind is the same as space. There's no phenomenon not included in it.
There is no phenomenon not included in
There is no phenomenon not included in that. So, everything is into that state, nothing different than that. Everything is actually emptiness.
Although it's space, but everything is included in it.
So if your mind is not fixation to any object, or the object is naturally emptiness. So that's why here, no phenomenon not including it is like everything. You cannot not include in that state. Everything's included because everything's emptiness become. Nothing, you cannot find anything like physical object, not emptiness. If something not emptiness is permanent, then when you meditate, you go really deeper state. You can see that object clearly. So when you go really deep level meditation, Mahamudra, you don't see anything physically exist, inherently exist there. So everything is emptiness. So included everything is phenomena is emptiness. Abandon all physical activities and the rest it is. So when we meditate Mahamudra, we have to stop all the physical activities. And the rest it is. Be silent and let speech. Be lacking echo. So see, we talking, of course, then go to delusion, dualistic. Otherwise, we cannot talk. Without a thought in your mind, look at the definitive true beyond. So this one is like many meditators have to memorize this one. It's an important one too. So without a thought in your mind, look at the definitive true beyond. Look true beyond means like you really go into no duality. If you see still like subtle level conceptual thoughts, so we have to go beyond in that, no any subtle level conceptual thoughts. Otherwise, no meditating, no Mahamudra. The body has no essence. So this our body is like, not truly inherently exist, has no essence, just like a hollow bamboo red. That's a so we think our form, this body is a permanent exist, but it's actually not, The body has no true essence, just like a hollow bamboo red. Mind like open space and different, Then transcend the world of thought. Release your mind within that state. Okay, so mind, release your mind, say the like transcending world of thoughts. So we have to transcending world of thoughts. I see. Transcending world of thoughts, release your mind within that state. Neither restraining it nor allowing it is to wander. So, we cannot think, okay, no, my mind is resting, or no, my mind is going, follow the thoughts. That's also incorrect. And just I already this section like explained before, and no rejecting, no accepting, and just be, and even mind is moving, let move. Your mind is resting, just let resting, and your use awareness, recognize mind. Neither resting it nor alone it is wonder. Mind without a focal point is Mahamudra. So then no any focal point. So you create no any concepts and thoughts. We say, oh, my mind is staying, then also that's concept. Oh, my mind is moving, that's also concept. Oh, no, I'm good at meditating, that's also concept. Oh, no, I can't meditate, that's also concept, right? So when you meditate and using that mindful awareness, really watch your mind, and mind is naturally this present, peacefully awareness, emptiness. You in that state, then you don't create any like my mind is staying, my mind is moving. When you have thought that, then you have to really put effort to look to mind again and try to, let go of that concept. Okay, focal point is then mind without a focal point is Mahamudra. By habituating this, so then we habituating this means by habituating this, we create this concept and habituate this Mahamudra. You will attain spring awakening. So the meditation means like we have to habituate. Like you put all the time effort, you get in the natural states, and then you need to habituate. So that's called meditation, habituating this. You will attain spring awakening. The nature of mind is luminous, without any object of reference. The nature of mind is luminous, is a clarity. So not only emptiness, it's clarity, luminous means. Luminosity. Sorry, so yes. You will attain spring awakening. The nature of mind is luminous, without any object of reference, without a path to treat. You enter the path of Buddhas. It's very beautiful, these sections. So when you meditate, you cannot have any object reference. Without a path to treat means like you know any like following the path. You enter the path of Buddhas. When you habituate no meditation, you will attain unsurpassed awakening. So you habituate no meditation. We have a meditation is this one, so we have to habituate. You will then attain unsurpassed awakening enlightenment. The transcendent dualistic conceptions of subject and object is a king of views. So if we have ability to transcend the dualistic conceptions of subject and object, then it's the king of views, means that is the view of Mahamudra, means. And if we have a subject and object, then not Mahamudra. So that's why you can see the shamatha is a subject and object all the time, because we need to focus the object support, focus with the breath, focus with the body. That's all is a support. And we have a subject and object. So Mahamudra means, transcendent dualistic conception of subject and object is the king of views. Remaining without distraction is the king of meditations. So no any distractions, be in that state, that's called meditation. Making no deliberate effort is the king of conduct. Not try to put effort to anything. Just, let go all this effort. That's the king of conduct. King of conduct. So here, the Telopa sharing three things, the view, meditation, conduct. This three is not separate, it's one. Okay, so in the relative level, conduct, meditation, view is separate in the relative level. In Mahamudra states, the three of them is oneness, not separate. So then, if you are not separate, these three of them oneness, then king of view, king of meditation, king of conduct. If we have separation, then cannot be king. So conduct, having neither hope nor fear is to realize the fruition. And when you are in that state, you don't have hopes, you don't have fears. And then, you don't have hope to, okay, I want to realize, I want enlightenment. And you have fears for samsara, I have to go free from samsara. Then you have fears. This also, cannot be in that state, must be in oneness. Having neither hope nor fear is to realize fruition. You meditating, your mind is in the natural awareness rebirth states. You don't have that hope and fears in that state. Okay. The unborn grown of all is free from the obscuring views, karmic imprints. Rest in the unborn essence without discriminating between meditation and post-meditation. Okay, that's very beautiful. I have to go to Tibetan. Look very carefully here. The unborn grown of all is free from the obscuring wares of karmic imprints. So in this this is not easy, like in the philosophy or Buddhist teaching that talk about the laws, what it means this ground. They also talk about Kilaya conscious, another conscious, so that holding all the karma, like same as like eye closed, yeah. So who can hold all the karma, and so that ground is actually when you realize Mahamudra also emptiness. That's what unborn ground means. Like we don't have a basis for samsara. Samsara nirvana basis, right? Basis like foundation, something. Also emptiness. Ground of all is free from the obscuring wares of karmic imprints. So then there are no any like actually the can hold the karma in that state. Rest in the unborn essence. Rest in the unborn essence without discriminating between meditation and post meditations. So we resting unborn means your mind in the natural states, rebirth states. In that state is a rest. You long as we rest in that state, unborn essence, like everything is emptiness, unborn essence, without discriminating between meditation and post meditation. You don't have, okay, I have post meditation, no separation. You can bring to the oneness. So we have these two separations. We have meditation states. You can have a beautiful experience, but when you come back into again dualistic states, then we become same as just say ordinary people and get all these delusions again. These two separations we have. if you meditate, you get that, but samsaric beings actually only one, because all the time deluded. No meditation states, only post-meditation. Post-meditation, so no meditating. Okay. And meditation is like you meditating this, we have separations. As long as you have a separation, also good. Samsara beings only one all the time post-meditation. Dharma practitioners said then we have two, like meditation and post-meditation. When we practicing and finishing and other activities. So right now is we are in the meditation. We finish this teaching, is called post-meditation. And generally all the samsara beings, all the time post-meditation, delusion states. And when you realize the Mahamudra, then only one states, like Mahamudra states, no post-meditation. This post-meditation is dissolved into the meditation states. So Telopa, whatever he doing, is all the time in the nature Mahamudra states. He not deluding fixation to anything. When he sharing teaching, when he eating or walking, doesn't matter. It's become sameness for him. So it's all the time same. That means like no separation, discriminating between meditation and post-meditation. We have discriminating because when you are in the meditation states, you happy, joy, could be peaceful. But when we come back in dualistic states, then we have mind is become, how to say, create a conceptual lost thoughts, and due to that you have anxiety or unhappy, sad, like many things going on, right, in the conceptual samsara delusion states. So that's why we have this between has a very strong discriminating, right? Discriminating means separation. Yeah, distance. So the realize this, all the concepts gone post meditation. When you recognize appearance as self projections, the phenomena produced by the conceptual mind come to an end. So here is a when you recognize appearance as self-projections like mind, nature projected. Everything is projecting by our own. The phenomena produced by conceptual mind then comes to an end. It's end to itself. So ocean create waves, dissolve to the ocean. Complete release from all extremes is the supreme king of views. So free from all the extremes, then that is the king of view. No, it's also coming like king of view, meditation, conduct, and the result. Four of the coming a little bit different ways, but actually four of them is oneness. So complete release from all the extreme is the supreme king of views. Boundless depth and awareness is the supreme king of meditation. Abiding at ease, free from all efforts, is the supreme king of conduct. Abiding at ease, free of any hope, it is the supreme king of fruitions. So this, view, meditation, conduct, all is become oneness. You see here, everything is in the Mahamudra state. It's no separation, same. So this is called absolute truth conduct, absolute truth view, meditation, and result, fruitions. And relative level, then this all is different because we have this separation in the relative level. So, we have a view, like say, the my view. You have something, you're making decisions, right? So my viewpoint is, okay, this is a great one. So you make decisions, view. Conduct is then you doing good things and avoid, create a negativity. That's called good conduct. But in this case, that is no conduct. The best conduct is free from all efforts. Is the supreme king of conduct. So free from all the effort is only meditation states. That's the king of conduct. Then meditation also, so in the relative level, we have a, meditation, focusing object, put effort. But in this level, supreme king of meditation is to say boundless, depth and vast. Very depth and vast, like, vast is the same as ocean, depth is the same as ocean. So mind is like no any specifically focus and fixation, just free. So that's called meditation, king of meditations. The body is free of any hope, is the supreme king of fruitions. In the beginning mind is like a river rushing down a gorge. So that's beginning mind is the same as like this mountain rivers. We know this rivers very rushing, right? And you go to this waterfall, it's so strong. And that is our beginning mind. In the middle, it flows slowly like the river Ganges. And then big river is this water is reuniting, it's a really huge big river, it goes slow down. So right now our mind is like same as this river, so much thoughts going on. But then you meditate, you practice, like your mind is settle down, slow down. Then in the end, it is like a stream reuniting with its mother and the sea. Then this big rivers reuniting in the ocean is become no moving. It's one. Then this mind is become reuniting in the Buddha's mind, inseparable. So the thing about, we say like we have all the Buddha's mind, our mind's oneness. We can say that because this all the river is reuniting in the ocean, all the river is inseparable with the ocean, it's become oneness, not separate. But in this river, each river, water streaming, right? Different rivers, different streamings. So we also have our own mind, this streaming, separate. Right now we are separate. We cannot say your mind, my mind is one. Because this water, in the right side of water and the left side of water is separate. Yeah. And this together join up down there is, but then this water is comparing to another water is separate. So until reuniting in the ocean, or this water streaming is separate. Our mind stream is also separate until reach in that state. So that's why we individually we have different mind streaming. And in this mountain has many these river streamings, right? Different rivers. Each river, I'm sure they has names. So same, every individual we have own names, and we have like streaming follow. But then this yesterday water and today this water is not same. Yesterday water cannot stay here. If they stay, this is going to floating everything. Yesterday water is gone, but still same streaming. That's why we say same water. So our, actually ourself is cannot be same as yesterday person. It's streaming is the same, but the person must be separate, different. Because with delusions, we don't recognize as separate. And this water you really cannot say yesterday water. Right?
Mhm.
Logically, we recognize not same water, but we always say same water. So it's the same streaming. And after enlightenment, we have our own mind stream. We have a separate. So then that's very beautiful. We know, so like also when we meditate, like first step, your mind is the same as a river rushing down in a gorge, very busy. Then you meditate like 20-30 minutes. In the middle, you flow slowly like river ganges, like your mind is slow down. And then you stay really longer, you put effort, your mind is like stream, it is like a stream reuniting with its mother, the sea. You get very peaceful states in the Buddha space. So that's why enlightenment is, this draw is also listening, teaching, also same time he's distracting too. So, okay, waking enlightenment is when you meditate, your mind is like a streams reuniting with the mother and the seed. Your nature, your mind be in the nature states. That we call enlightenment. Enlightenment is, we cannot say like actually Mahamudra, this teaching, the main point is we cannot say enlightenment next lifetimes. Enlightenment is a moment. So your mind is in this natural state. That moment you enlightened. When you deluded, you moment samsara. When you anger arises, you moment harem. When desire arising, hungry ghost. When ignorance arises, like create negative karma animals. And then attachment arises, human being. And jealous arises, jealous gods. Pride, ego arises, jealous gods. So it's have to follow by moment. Samsara 6 ram is within ourselves. And everything is we projecting ourselves. Enlightenment also be in our within ourselves. You meditate your minds into natural states. It's a moment. The moment you are enlightened. Do you got? Okay, so then samsara, we cannot say, oh, the samsara, everyone is suffering, like all the time. Finger is very long, pointing like this. But actually, we are deluded, we are samsara. Then proponents of the mantra or paramita vehicles, the Vinayana and other scripture collections were not reward the luminosity of Mahamudra through expanding their texts and philosophical traditions. So we have many, teachings, like mantra is Vajrayana teaching, paramita vehicle is sutra teaching, Vinayana and other scripture collections were not reward the luminosity of Mahamudra. Means this teachings, talk, investigating, you cannot reach to enlightened. So there's no Mahamudra. Through expanding the texts and philosophical traditions, that cannot reach to the Mahamudra states. So the point is like Mahamudra is not conceptual, beyond the words, beyond the expressions. All this different tradition teaching is still words, not beyond the conceptual level. Do you got right? Understand? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, mind without engagement and free of wanting anything. So mind without engagement, no engagement in the meditation, and then free of wanting anything. Thoughts will arise and subside on their own, like vapors on water. So vapors rising from the water dissolve to the water. Clouds arise in space, dissolve into the space. The waves arising from the ocean dissolve to the ocean. obscured by the rising of desires, luminosity cannot be seen. Okay, so so sa jung dong yele me zi xin du ping da ta yele a dong ye chui pa ta da. See, thoughts will arise subside on their own like wrappers on water. Okay, so wrappers, you understand, right? Wrappers means something rising from the water is dissolving into the water. If you write something in the water, it's dissolving into the water. Obscured by the rising of desire, luminosity cannot be seen. So then desire, this thoughts arising, we cannot see the luminosity nature of mind. Observing vows conceptually, you betray the point of true Samaya. Top sung dom tam sek tong le nyam. So, I don't know what means. What time is okay? Almost finished, right? Yeah. So we need to let it go longer time today, I think also like. So observing what was conceptually you betray the point of true Samaya. Observe what was the relative true the vowels. And yesterday I shared the, Telopa and the Naropa story. Naropa has observing vowels because he think I'm the good scholar. I cannot do this. This is negativity. This is positivity. He has a very strong conceptual that. So if long as you stay that, you cannot reach to the level of the Mahamudra. You are great in the samsara, highest level state in within samsara. That means like only focusing too much in the conduct vowels, still samsara. So I'm good practitioner, still samsara. And so I'm good meditator, still samsara. I am spiritual person, I cannot do these things, then still samsara, because conceptual still. If you have to break all the samsara rules, have to destroy all the concepts. But this one is, if you do that, it's also a big mess again too. Okay, so you have to know. And in Tibet, like the high realizers did, this destroy this conceptually. They came out from the monastery. They came out of fire because that thing is wrong. The Shantideva story, Shantideva also tried to came out from Nalanda University. And that thing is not right. He only slept, eat, and go restaurants, no any activities. Because he no need activities, free from already the activity state. But people's perception is he not doing, then bad. Yeah. So that's why, our conduct and our perception conduct is very good in some levels, but not good highest level. Do you understand? So
difficult to apply.
So that's why I see observing vowels conceptually means observing is a relative level, good vowels, good conduct. It's no conduct. Yeah, so you betray the point of true Samaya. True Samaya is free from all the concepts. You cannot say this negative, you cannot say this positive. You must be beyond the both. So you attach to positive, then still is obstacle. You cannot say I am Buddhist, I like Buddha also. That's also incorrect. And you cannot say like I am monk, example, like I say I am monk, I have to put everything perfectly clothed. That's also conceptual level. Okay. So the point is like we have to go fast. Here God says go move. So everything's moving here. Neither focus on object or no abiding anywhere. If you do not stray from the actual truth, the unemptied Samaya is lacked in the darkness. So, tobu songdong tamsek tongla nyam, mene memek tongla mandana, mene memek tongla mandana, tamsek nyam ni memek domain. See, this true Samaya is like neither focus on any object, nor abiding anywhere. Your mind is no fixation to anything. If you do not stray from the actual truth, the unimpaired Samaya is a light in the darkness, become free from all the darkness, conceptual. So that's the true Samaya. This first one is a relative level. Our conceptual is a great Samaya, but its Mahamudra states is not still not true Samaya. So Mahamudra level, high level, conduct is free from all the concepts. So that's the there, and then next is if free of any wish, you do not devour in extremes, you will see the meaning of all the Buddhas. Teaching without conception. If you attain to this truth, you will be free from the purging of samsara. That's very beautiful, right? So we free from all the conceptual, teach and everything, then you do not wear in extreme, you will see the meaning of all the Buddha's teaching without exception. So that's the realizers. When they're in the nature state, all the Dharma is rising. So they don't have to put effort. They don't make organizing like I'm going to do this. Everything's naturally rising. So that's why Malarepa has all these 1,000 songs, 100,000 songs is rising from his mind. So because Mahamudra, he has a Mahamudra realization, and then all the Dharma, meaning of all the Buddha's teaching, without exception. If you attain to this truth, you will be free from all the purging of samsara. Purging is a samsara is a purging. So realize the Mahamudra will be free from samsara, purging of samsara. If you rest in it evenly, the words of negativity and ignorance will be burnt away. So see, if you stay in the nature, Mahamudra, then negative and ignorance will be burnt away. Because ignorance is delusion, delusion source is ignorance. And you are staying in the nature, Mahamudra, no duality, all the delusion is burnt away. Thus, it is known as the torch of the teachings. That is the temple Drumesh is Shepayin. So that is the true, Dharma teachings. Foolish people who lack interest in this true are forever being carried off by the torrents of samsara. See, foolish people means like who don't have ignorance strong, and who don't have a good karma to connection to the Mahamudra, or who against the Mahamudra teaching, forever being carried off by the torrents of samsara, and their misery never ends. Samsara never ends. Its suffering is never end. Paul said that they experience the intolerable pains of evil states. So they're endless suffering, they're extremely, pain and suffering, miserable in samsara sufferings. If you want to release from these sorrows, rely on wise guru. So we need a wise guru For when his blessing enforces you, your mind will be freed. And when you rely on a concert, the wisdom of empty bliss will arise. So enter into union the blessing of metta and wisdom. So in this, talk about a concert, but the meditator beginners concert means like wisdom and method have to reuniting together. So without wisdom and method, then we cannot reach enlightenment. So that's the reason wisdom of empty bliss will arise. And we need love and compassion. So enter into unite the blessing of metta and wisdom. Bring it down slowly, retain it, reverse it, and draw it back up. Bring it to the place in the body and let it separate throughout. When you remain free from desire, the wisdom empty bliss will appear. So this, outer level idea and the inner level idea and the secret level idea, they have many different layers. This right now what we're sharing, So outer level, of course, concert means like Yab and Yom means father and mother. And, they use this body's energy and, create wisdom. But inner level is, mind, with compassion and knowing emptiness, wisdom, using. And the body and let it spread throughout. When you remain free, desire the wisdom of empty bliss will appear. Like the waxing moon, your life will expand. Without graying hair, you will have a shining presence and be strong as a lion. The lion means no fears. As long as when you realize the Mahamudra, you are free from fears. So that's why I call lion. The not just thinking about the animal lion, right? The lion is representative, no fears. The talk about the lion is the king of the animals. When lion is making the song, all other animal has fears. And and lion is no fear for other animals. And that's representative, here is as long as you realize Mahamudra, you are free from all the samsara fears. The common attainment will be safely gained, and you will enter into automatic attainment. So then we reach to enlightenment. So that's the we finish. May the essential advice of Mahamudra dwell in the hearts of fortunate beings. This is that the seed that Telopa said to Naropa on the bank of the river Ganges, may it be virtue. So Telopa said to Naropa, this is Ganges of river. Now we go back to the song of realization yesterday. Yes. It's the page 2, the song of realization. So as long as clothes, accumulation of thoughts do not disappear in the vastness of space, the nature of mind, the planets, and the star of the twofold knowledge are without splendor. Therefore, make efforts concerning a mind that is free from thoughts. So mind is the same as space. Thoughts is the same as like clouds. If not disappear the clouds, we cannot see the sun, moon, and the stars in the sky. So that's the reason, we have to focus, put effort, concerning a mind that is free from thoughts. So if we're not free from thoughts, concepts, we cannot see our own natural mind. And if we don't see our own natural mind, not arising the wisdom and compassion also too. So if we do not arising compassion and wisdom, then still in go samsara. So that's the main point. Okay. Then the dedication section. When you do not polish the wish-fulfilling gem, the true accumulation with separation prayers, the necessary and desire reserve not arise. So make therefore effort and concerning the accumulation dedication. Change is okay. So we have to create true accumulation merit. True accumulation merit is, the generosity, conduct, patience. This three is called first section accumulation. It's called relative level accumulation merit. And then the fourth is effort. Effort is both. The meditation wisdom is absolute true accumulation merit. And we have to create relative true accumulation merit and absolute true accumulation merit. It's then we create this true accumulation merit. Same time, we need dedication. If we don't dedicate, then we have a special object is treasure, but not clean, no using. So that's why our aspiration is the same. It's like we, true accumulation with aspiration prayers, it is dedicating the necessary and the desire reserve not arise, make therefore effort concerning the according dedications. So wish fulfilling gem, we have to polish, use the dedication. So that's the example and the meanings. And then that's the song of realization. Song of realization, this share the 5 different levels. When you go to meditate to Mahamudra, we always starting from like good intention and kind love, good intention. And then, calling the Yadam deity, guru, and then go into Mahamudra meditate. And when you finish it and dedicating. So this 5 have to bring into the one section together, no separation. Do you understand? And then when you really in the meditation state, this 5 of them is oneness, not separate. This 5 of them can be oneness, can be separate. So can be separate is like your first stage, cultivating lower compassion, create good intention, and then think about the Yadam deity, think about the guru, is all separate states. The Mahamudra instead meditate, this all can bring into oneness. So then you finish it dedicating. So that's we finish all this Mahamudra, 5-part Mahamudra teachings there. Thank you, everyone.
Dedication.
Going to dedication, yes. Okay, you read the whole this this one. You guys do reading?
Read,
yeah, entire.
The 5. The 5.
Yeah, 5 part is.
From Portuguese.
No. It's read English because we have English is zone. Lordly, okay, Lordly, have to hear in the zone.
When concerning love and compassion, decide you do not cover the whole distance, the benefit of others. You will not receive the acknowledgement of the family of contentment. Therefore, make serious efforts at cultivating the primary soul. When concerning the body, the king, the body of the deity, you do not seize the strength of the foundation, you do not appear. Therefore, which is the day of meditation. When on the moon, the snow can speak of the warm eyes, the sun of the ocean does not shine, the stream of the sea will not rise. As long as the cloud accumulations of thoughts do not dissipate in the vastness of space, the nature of mind depends and starts on the twofold knowledge of without splendor. Therefore, make efforts concerning a mind that is free from thoughts. When you do not polish the wish fulfilling gem, the two accumulations with aspiration prayer, the necessary and desired results will not arise. Make therefore efforts concerning the conclusion dedication. The sound of the realization of the high range of Mahamudra composed by Samdup.
That's good, thank you. Dorje Chan, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma, Lord Gambopa, Pamotropa, Lord Digompa, please bestow upon us most auspicious blessing of all Kaju Lamas. But this virtue may achieve omniscience by defeating all enemies' confusion. May all who travels on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where this unborn may arise, where this born may not decline, but even increase higher and higher. I pray the Lama may have good health. I pray the Lama may have long life. I pray that your Dharma activities separate far and wide. I pray that you may not be separate from you. As Manjushri, the Vero realized the automic state, and as did Samanta Bada, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of Buddhas who attained the Trikayas, by the blessing of the true of unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order made, Mary I share bear fruit. By the virtue collected 3 times, by my 7 all beings in Samsara and Nirvana, and by inner rule of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain and surpass perfect, complete, and precious enlightenment. May the teachings of Great Digompa Renasher, who is omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue to increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until end of the samsara. Om mani padme hum, mani padme hum, Om 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 mani padme hum. Thank you, everyone. Tashidele. We finish the whole thing. Tashidele.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle and organizer. Thank you for the share of transmitting. Bless you all.
感恩波切，感恩波切，感恩师，感恩大家。
尊上师扎西德勒。
Garo.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
50 seconds, Paula.
Thank
you, Khenpo. Thank